Imagine if a tiny creature could cause a huge problem for your Shih Tzu. Sounds scary, right? Well, that's exactly what happens when a tick appears. It may seem harmless, but it can transmit serious diseases, cause endless itching, and even leave your dog feeling sad and drained of energy. The worst part is that many owners only realize the danger when it's too late. But the good news is that you can protect your Shih Tzu in a simple, practical, and completely safe way. And that's exactly what you'll discover today. In this video, I'll show you 18 amazing ways to eliminate ticks without putting your Shih Tzu at risk. These include natural methods, tricks you can do at home, and solutions recommended by veterinarians, all explained step by step. So if you love your Shih Tzu and want to keep them healthy, happy, and free of parasites, watch until the end because the last method will surprise you. And take advantage now. Subscribe to the channel, like the video, and activate the bell so you don't miss any special tips on caring for your Shih Tzu. The first step to protecting a Shih Tzu from ticks may seem simple, but it makes all the difference. Using the special tick comb. This object looks like a regular comb, but it's actually made with very fine, closely spaced teeth, perfect for gliding through the Shih Tzu's long, fluffy fur. By slowly sweeping over the dog's body, the comb can fish for hidden ticks that often go unnoticed by the owner. It's almost like a silent sweep, capable of finding even the smallest parasites. Furthermore, this moment can be transformed into a loving ritual. The owner sits down, places the Shih Tzu on their lap or on a comfortable surface, and while combing, creates a bond of care and trust with the animal. The secret is to use gentle movements, starting from the head to the tail, without rushing. If the comb finds anything unusual, like a small ball stuck in the fur or a dark spot, it could be a sign of a tick. In this case, the owner already knows where to act. It's important to repeat this habit daily, because the sooner the tick is found, the lower the risk of transmitting diseases. Simple, fast, and safe, the comb becomes the first shield against these unwanted intruders. After combing comes a habit that seems small, but can save your Shih Tzu's health: daily inspection. This ritual involves taking a few minutes every day to carefully observe your dog's body. Ticks love to hide in places where almost no one looks, like behind the ears, between the toes, under the tail, and even around the neck, where the fur is thickest. Therefore, it's like a silent hunt. The owner slowly runs their hand over the dog, parting the fur, and looking for any strange lumps or dark spots. Often, the Shih Tzu even enjoys this moment, because it receives affection and special attention. Turning this inspection into a gesture of love makes all the difference. Furthermore, identifying a tick early is much safer than waiting for it to multiply. The sooner it's found, the less likely it is to cause illness or itching. This simple habit can be done in less than 5 minutes a day and gives the owner a sense of security, knowing they're always one step ahead. It's like having a permanent protection radar. When done calmly, carefully, and frequently, daily inspection becomes one of the most powerful tools against ticks. One of the simplest and most accessible allies against ticks is warm bath with mild soap. It may seem like just a hygiene routine, but when done correctly, it can be incredibly helpful in the fight against these parasites. Warm water plays an important role. It opens the Shih Tzu's pores and loosens the ticks, loosening their grip. Mild soap cleans deeply without irritating this dog's sensitive skin. The trick is to gently massage the body, spreading the lather throughout the coat, especially in the areas where ticks like to hide. During the rinse, which should be done slowly and thoroughly, many parasites end up coming loose naturally and are washed away. It's as if bathing acts as a double barrier. It relaxes the Shih Tzu and at the same time weakens the enemy. Furthermore, this moment can become enjoyable for the dog, establishing a routine of care and prevention. The important thing is to always use mild soap or soap specifically designed for dogs, avoiding harsh products that can cause allergies. A simple warm bath done with patience becomes a gesture of love and protection against ticks. When a tick is already attached to your Shih Tzu's skin, even greater care is needed. Many people make the mistake of trying to pull the parasite out with their nails, but this can leave parts of the tick's body inside the skin, increasing the risk of inflammation and infection. That's where tweezers suitable for removing ticks, a simple but very effective accessory. Unlike regular tweezers, this model is designed to grasp the tick right at its base, close to the skin, without crushing its body. The owner should gently approach the tweezers, grasp the parasite by the head, and pull slowly in a firm, continuous motion until it is completely released. It may seem like a small detail, but this is precisely what prevents fragments from remaining that could cause problems. After removal, it is essential to disinfect the area with 70% alcohol or another mild antiseptic. The tweezers can also be cleaned and stored for future use, as they are reusable. This method is safe, quick, and recommended by veterinarians as it ensures the tick is removed correctly, painlessly, and without complications. Having a pair of these tweezers at home is almost like having a first aid kit exclusively for your Shih Tzu. After removing a tick, whether with tweezers or during a bath, there is an essential step that many pet owners forget: 70% alcohol compress. This simple care helps ensure your Shih Tzu's skin is protected from inflammation and infection. 70% alcohol is recommended because it has the right concentration to eliminate microorganisms without evaporating too quickly, ensuring it's truly effective. Owners can apply a small amount to a cotton ball or gauze pad and gently press on the area where the tick was attached. This direct contact disinfects the area, reducing the risk of bacteria entering through the small wound left by the parasite. Furthermore, the alcohol helps relieve the initial itching, providing greater comfort for your dog. It's important to remember that the compress should be quick and gentle without rubbing to avoid irritating your Shih Tzu's sensitive skin. This gesture, although simple, is an extra layer of protection and demonstrates the power of prevention. After all, removing the tick is only half the battle. Caring for the skin afterwards completes the mission. Thus, the alcohol compress becomes an invisible shield against potential complications. Among the natural methods that help combat ticks in Shih Tzu, coconut oil stands out as a true ally. This simple product, which many people already have at home, has properties that act directly against parasites. When applied in small amounts to the skin or coat, it creates a film that makes it difficult for ticks to breathe, making the insect detach more easily. Furthermore, coconut oil is a great natural moisturizer. It helps keep your Shih Tzu's skin healthy and its coat shinier, something very important for a breed that requires so much care. Another benefit is its mild scent, which can act as a mild repellent for some parasites. But the key is balance. The owner should apply small amounts only to critical areas, such as behind the ears, on the neck, and between the paws. It's not necessary to saturate the coat, as excess can make it greasy and uncomfortable. Coconut oil used correctly becomes a natural, safe, and inexpensive trick to keep ticks away, while still providing your Shih Tzu with extra care and attention. Another home remedy that can help protect your Shih Tzu against ticks is diluted apple cider vinegar. This liquid, which many people use in the kitchen, has an acidic pH that slightly alters the skin and fur environment, making it less attractive to parasites. The correct way to use it is simple. Just mix 1 part apple cider vinegar with 2 parts water and pour the solution into a spray bottle. Then, the owner can gently apply it to the coat, avoiding the eyes, nose, and more sensitive areas. The strong scent of the vinegar helps repel ticks and leaves the coat cleaner and shinier. But the key is in caution. Use sparingly, as excess can dry out the Shih Tzu's delicate skin. Therefore, application should be done only a few times a week, always checking to see if the dog is comfortable. This method is natural, affordable, and can be an effective complement to other care, creating an extra barrier against parasites. Diluted apple cider vinegar, when used carefully, becomes a powerful ally in your Shih Tzu's grooming routine. When it comes to repelling ticks naturally, the herbal spray emerges as an efficient and safe alternative. Ingredients such as rosemary, lavender, and citronella, they have scents that are pleasant to humans but quite bothersome to ticks, naturally repelling them. Preparation is simple. Just boil a handful of fresh herbs in water, let it cool, strain, and pour the liquid into a spray bottle. This spray can be gently applied to your Shih Tzu's fur, always avoiding direct contact with the eyes, nose, and mouth. In addition to acting as a repellent, the spray leaves the fur scented and can even bring a relaxing sensation, as some of these plants have calming effects. It's important to remember that use should be moderate and preferably tested on a small area first to ensure your Shih Tzu isn't allergic. This type of natural solution can be used as a complement to other care, especially on outdoor walks, where the risk of encountering ticks is higher. Thus, the herbal spray transforms affection into protection, keeping your Shih Tzu safe in a simple, natural, and fragrant way. As repellent collars, they are one of the most practical solutions for protecting your Shih Tzu against ticks, especially because they work continuously and effortlessly for the owner. These collars are made with substances that spread slowly through the dog's skin and fur, creating a protective barrier against parasites. The most important point is to choose a version suitable for small dogs, like the Shih Tzu, as some collars may contain doses too strong for sensitive breeds. Once fitted correctly, the collar begins to work within a few hours and can offer protection that lasts from a few months to almost a year, depending on the brand. It is especially useful for owners who cannot always maintain a routine of frequent inspections or baths. Furthermore, it does not interfere with daily life, as it is lightweight and discreet. However, the owner should always check that the Shih Tzu does not have skin, irritation, or allergies to the product. When well chosen and used responsibly, the repellent collar becomes a silent and effective defense, keeping the dog protected against ticks without complications. As anti-parasitic pipettes are one of the best-known and most effective ways to protect your Shih Tzu against ticks. They come in small tubes containing a specific solution, applied directly to the dog's skin, usually on the nape of the neck. The secret is to separate the fur well and place the liquid in direct contact with the skin, allowing the product to spread through the body's fat layer and create an invisible barrier against parasites. This method is practical because a single application can offer protection for up to 30 days, avoiding the need for intensive daily care. Furthermore, the pipettes not only repel ticks, but can also eliminate those already on the animal's body. It's a recommended option for owners seeking practicality, but it's essential to follow the instructions on the package insert and respect the Shih Tzu's weight, as each product has a specific dosage. Used correctly, the pipettes become a powerful, simple, and safe shield, helping to keep your dog protected without complications. Medicinal shampoos are important allies in combating ticks, especially when used correctly. Unlike regular shampoos, these products contain specific substances that eliminate parasites already present in the Shih Tzu's body during bathing. The process is simple but requires attention. The owner must thoroughly wet the dog's fur, apply the shampoo, and massage until a rich lather forms. The lather needs to sit for a few minutes before being rinsed, as this is when the product reaches the ticks and begins to neutralize them. Furthermore, massaging helps spread the product throughout all areas, including those where ticks like to hide, such as the neck, ears, and between the paws. Then, simply rinse thoroughly and dry the Shih Tzu carefully. This type of shampoo should not be used excessively to avoid drying out the skin, and should always be recommended by a veterinarian to ensure safety. When included in your grooming routine, medicated shampoo becomes more than just a hygiene product. It's an effective tool that helps keep your Shih Tzu clean, protected, and much more comfortable. Veterinary anti-parasitic sprays. They are a quick and effective solution for Shih Tzus who already have ticks or live in areas with a high risk of infestation. Unlike homemade sprays, these products have formulas specifically developed to safely eliminate and repel parasites. Application is very practical. Simply spray the spray on the coat, keeping a suitable distance, and then massage lightly so that the product also reaches the skin. The effect is usually almost immediate, helping to paralyze or repel ticks quickly. This method is especially useful in emergency situations when the owner encounters several parasites at once. However, it is essential to always follow the package instructions and, preferably, use products recommended by a veterinarian, as each dog may react differently. Another advantage is that these sprays can be applied to beds, blankets, and areas where the Shih Tzu spends time, extending protection against new infestations. When used correctly, veterinary spray becomes a powerful, fast, and reliable booster in the fight against ticks. As tick vaccines, these vaccines are an option many owners are unaware of, but they can make all the difference in protecting your Shih Tzu. Unlike medications or products applied directly to the skin, these vaccines work from the inside out. They stimulate the dog's immune system to react against substances present in tick saliva, reducing the chance of transmitting serious diseases. It's important to note that the vaccine doesn't completely prevent ticks from attaching to the Shih Tzu, but it greatly reduces the risk of dangerous infections like babesiosis and ehrlichiosis. The process is simple. A veterinarian administers the necessary doses, usually in an initial schedule followed by boosters over time. This measure is especially recommended for dogs that live in areas with a high tick presence or that have frequent contact with outdoor environments, such as gardens and parks. Furthermore, the vaccine should be used in conjunction with other prevention methods, providing complete protection. Thus, vaccines become an invisible but powerful strategy, ensuring greater safety and health for your Shih Tzu in their daily lives. Taking care of your Shih Tzu is essential, but there is no point in protecting your dog if the environment in which he lives is still full of ticks. These parasites don't just live on the animal's body. They hide in carpets, floor cracks, beds, sofas, and even toys. Therefore, environmental maintenance is one of the most important steps to put an end to the problem once and for all. A good practice is to regularly wash all of your Shih Tzu's belongings with hot water and soap, as the heat helps eliminate eggs and larvae. Rugs and blankets should also be sanitized frequently and, if possible, exposed to the sun, which acts as a natural disinfectant. Another effective measure is to use cleaning products specifically designed for animal environments, always choosing safe formulas and containing no toxic substances. Furthermore, keeping the space organized and free of accumulated dirt greatly hinders the proliferation of ticks. Owners should understand that the environment is an extension of their Shih Tzu's care, and that every detail counts in keeping parasites away. This way, the home becomes a true safe haven for the dog. Many owners only worry about what's inside the house, but they forget that the backyard is one of ticks' favorite places. Tall grass, accumulated leaves, and damp corners are perfect hiding places for these parasites. Therefore, yard control is essential for protecting your Shih Tzu. The first step is to keep the grass trimmed, as ticks prefer shaded, enclosed spaces. It's also important to collect dry leaves and wood debris, which can provide shelter. In cases of infestation, owners can use specific soil products, always with veterinary guidance, ensuring they are safe for animals. Another tip is to limit your Shih Tzu's access to areas where there is a higher risk, such as corners with dense brush, or places where other animals roam. Exposing the yard to the sun frequently also helps, as heat makes it difficult for parasites to survive. With these precautions, the outdoor environment ceases to be a threat and becomes a safe leisure space. This way, the yard, which should be a place for play, doesn't become a risk to your dog's health. When it comes to eliminating ticks, the vacuum cleaner becomes a powerful ally within the home. These parasites don't just reside on the Shih Tzu's body. They can hide in cracks, corners of furniture, carpets, sofas, and even curtains. Vacuuming, when used correctly and regularly, helps remove not only adult ticks, but also eggs and larvae that are scattered throughout the home and are often invisible to the naked eye. The tip is to vacuum the entire house at least twice a week, paying special attention to the places where the Shih Tzu usually rests or plays. After each use, it's essential to dispose of the vacuum contents in a tightly closed bag to prevent the parasites from returning to the environment. To increase effectiveness, some owners also use washable covers on sofas and beds, which can be easily vacuumed and sanitized. This simple habit, when combined with other precautions, makes the home a much safer environment. The vacuum cleaner is not just a cleaning tool, it is a silent weapon against ticks, ensuring peace and protection for your Shih Tzu and the whole family. Even with all the care taken at home, nothing replaces the importance of regular vet visits. This monitoring ensures that any signs of tick infestation are identified early, preventing further complications. The veterinarian has the knowledge and tools to examine the Shih Tzu in detail, checking the skin, fur, and even internal signs of diseases that ticks can transmit, such as ehrlichiosis and babesiosis. Furthermore, they can recommend the best anti-parasitic products, always adjusting them to the dog's size, weight, and age. Regular checkups also help create a health history, which facilitates diagnosis if anything unusual appears. Another essential point is that the veterinarian can provide guidance on vaccinations and boosters, as well as recommend additional measures if the Shih Tzu lives in high-risk areas. This professional care provides security for the owner and a better quality of life for the dog. After all, acting on your own can be risky, but with the support of a specialist, all decisions are made correctly. Thus, regular veterinary visits become an investment in prevention and well-being. After learning about so many different methods, it becomes clear that the secret to keeping your Shih Tzu truly protected is not just using one, but rather using combination of strategies. Each method has its strengths. Combing and daily inspection help detect ticks early. Warm baths, coconut oil, and apple cider vinegar work as natural allies. Pipettes, collars, and medicated shampoos offer more lasting and reliable protection, while vacuuming, cleaning the environment, and controlling the yard prevent the parasites from returning. When all these actions come together, they form a true barrier against ticks, reducing the chances of infestation to almost zero. Owners don't need to use them all at once, but rather choose those that best fit into their routine, always remembering to reinforce with veterinary monitoring. This smart combination transforms care into prevention, ensuring not only the Shih Tzu's health, but also their joy and energy in everyday life. Ultimately, the greatest gift for your dog is to live free of these pesky parasites and be able to enjoy life with the ones they love most. After reviewing these 18 safe ways to eliminate ticks, it's easy to understand that protecting your Shih Tzu isn't just a hygiene task, but a true act of love. Each method presented, from the simplest, like combing and daily inspections, to the most advanced, like pipettes, vaccinations, and veterinary monitoring, shows that prevention is within the reach of any dedicated owner. The secret is to make these precautions routine, because when the environment is clean, the dog's body is well monitored, and the right products are used, ticks completely lose their chance to multiply. The Shih Tzu, being a delicate and affectionate breed, deserves all this attention to live happily, healthily, and full of energy. And now comes the most important part. Which of these 18 methods do you already use or intend to start applying in your daily life? Leave your answer in the comments because your experience can help many other owners. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and activate the bell so you don't miss any exclusive tips on Shih Tzu care. Together, we can keep our best friends protected and tick-free.